Hello, welcome slashers, Navgript here, and welcome back to my channel. Now for today's video, I'll be reviewing Willy's Wonderland. A lot of people say that Willy's Wonderland is a FNAF ripoff because of the animatronic thing, and though that can be said, I still enjoyed it. Willy's Wonderland got a lot of popularity from 3C Films covering it, and he covered it a lot, and I didn't watch everything because I didn't want to be spoiled, and I'm glad I wasn't spoiled because, man, this movie is quite the ride, and it was just overall a lot of fun. Let me cut to the chase. It's really action-packed. The story, there's just kind of a story there, and they do feed us something interesting story-wise. It's kind of similar to how the fnaf-like animatronics work, the way they do it in Willy's Wonderland, but I still like what they did in their explanation. And for those who do not know, you Chucky fans, Miss Kettlewell is in the film. That is right, the actress that plays Miss Kettlewell is in this movie. And then of course we got Nicolas Cage, which I won't really say much about his character till later. His character's badass, but there's one particular thing that I found interesting that they did, and I'm gonna bring that up later. The way the animatronics moves is really impressive, and I compared it to Banana Splits after we finished the movie, and how the movements of the animatronics, like how they're pretty much the people in suits, the animatronics are, but the way that they got the movement down, it's like they're animatronics. They nailed down the movement of these animatronics very well, and I do really like how they did that. It doesn't seem like it's a person wearing a costume. It actually looks and feels like an animatronic, and it's very impressive work. However, there are just some moments where, for me at least, like, let me just say real quick that this movie's it's cheesy. It's really cheesy. The characters in the movie, like, it's not realistic at all. Let me just put that out there. The situations, the reactions to the situations are a bit cheesy. The acting's cheesy. Some of the acting could be better, but that doesn't mean it's a bad movie. But I felt like the cinematography was good. The music is very well toned. There are some moments where I feel like they use shaky cam a little much, and then not to mention the kills there weren't really many inventive and creative kills like I was hoping. There were some good kills and some good gore, but it just falls under a little bit. But I really love how they nailed the Willy's Wonderland set. They did an amazing job. Literally, if you paid attention to the background, just the attention to detail, they have literally games, like arcade games and whatnot, and some of these games are actually tied to Willy's Wonderland. And it's just cool how they got this atmosphere so right. It's like going to Chuck E. Cheese, but a horrific Chuck E. Cheese. Not to mention, the animatronics have a lot of character. Like, these animatronics, they're some of the most creative that I've seen. Like, the animatronics are really cool, and I love seeing these animatronics, these scenes, and how they'd go up against Nicolas Cage, because there's a lot of action and a lot of ass-kicking to the animatronics. For me, in terms of my favorite animatronic, it's between Willy, the crocodile, I forgot his name, I'll make sure to look it up and put it somewhere. Also really like the Siren Sarah, I think her name is. And then there's a knight. I think his name was like Nighty Night or something. I forgot. Like I said, I'll put these names up so you guys can see them. They're all original, and I like the originality that they put into these animatronics. And even Nicolas Cage handpicked some of these animatronics. For example, the knight was supposed to be a pirate. He said change it to a knight. And they did the same with some of the other characters, and it's just so creative. From beginning to end, it was a very entertaining watch, and it had a pretty good ending in my opinion. And that's something that I really want to mention about Willy's Wonderland. If you guys don't want this particular spoiler to be spoiled, skip to this time frame, and I'll be done talking about it. It's not really a big spoiler, but pretty much Nicolas Cage's character does not speak. That is right, guys. He does not say a single word throughout this film. He makes grunts and whatnot, and I think that's pretty cool. And I found it very interesting because how often do we follow a mute protagonist in a movie? Almost never. Like, this is literally, I think, the first film that I've seen where we follow a character that does not speak a single word throughout the movie. We're all here to watch Nicolas Cage kick the fuck out of some animatronics, and I think they did a pretty good job at that. But let's go to the final verdict. My final verdict on Willy's Wonderland is a 7.5 out of 10 with a 9% seal of approval. This film is not at all perfect. It's entertaining, and it's definitely something that I would definitely recommend watching. I rented this on Amazon, and I screen shared it on my server so that a bunch of people could see this movie, because not everyone had money to actually rent it, and I wanted to support the film, so I rented it and I screen shared it on my server. And a lot of people enjoyed the movie, which is good. Don't expect a completely serious film. This film is anything but serious, and I still enjoyed it. It's really cheesy, and there are some things I would fix. For example, the acting, I would add a little better kills, because I feel like there were some good kills in here, but I think the film definitely needed a little more memorable kills. I do remember 2 kills I thought were really dope in this movie, but I think fix the acting, get rid of some of the camera shaking, add a couple more inventive kills, and for me, this movie would be a solid 8. But it's 7.5, and I still think it's really good. Not to compare movies, but I definitely think that this movie was a lot better than the Banana Splits, even though the Banana Splits was still an amazing movie. Seeing this film makes me wonder what they're going to do with a FNAF movie when that day comes. When it happens, we'll find out. I'll make sure to review that whenever they decide to finally make it after all these years. But that's my review for Willy's Wonderland. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more content. And definitely subscribe to become a slasher. All social media links in my merch description below. Thank you guys so much for watching my review on Willy's Wonderland. I had a lot of fun watching this movie, and I had a lot of fun telling you guys how much I enjoyed it. Overall, I'm out of here. I'll catch you all in the next video. Thank you guys so much for watching. And don't forget, guys, to keep on slashing.